Hey guys, so today I'm doing a video with my sister Mary, and earlier this morning we had a really fun bookish errand thing. So we went to Starbucks first with a friend, and then we went to Barnes & Noble and another little bookstore. I can't remember what the name is.
Literary.
Literary. Something like that. And then we went to the library and we had lots of fun and got a lot of books. So I would like to talk about our little bit of bookish haul.
So I didn't get anything at Barnes & Noble because it was really expensive, but at the library, I checked out 2 books from my favorite author, Scott Westerfeld. So I'm in a book club, and the first book that we read was Uglies. So after reading the rest of that series, or most of it, I got the very last one, and then Imposters from a new series.
So Mary actually convinced me to read some of her new favorite author at the library. For example, she pulled this book out of the shelves and said, "Sarah, you should read this. It's about a writer." So this is Afterworlds. It's about a writer who is kind of having a really great life at this point. She just got published and everything's going well. And you're also reading the novel she wrote at the same time. And from what I can see from the description, it sounds like her world and the novel world, what's going on in them is very similar, and it's kind of be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm also a little worried that I'm going to read it and be like, this is too dark, I can't read it anymore, but we will see. And the second book that I got at the library was Zeros. I actually wasn't sold this book by Mary. This is also by Scott Westerfeld. So I think it's about anti-heroes, kind of. So there are these teens with superpowers, and they're beginning to get into trouble. For example, there's this kid named Ethan, or Scam, who superpower, while he's trying to rob a bank, is backfiring, and he needs his friends to come and help him out. So it's going to be interesting to see what I think about this. I like superhero stuff. It's going to be interesting with the anti-hero element to see whether or not I want to continue, but I'm interested, and Mary really likes this author, so I'm excited to try it out. Alright, I did buy stuff at Barnes & Noble. Guess I had a little bit of money to spend. The first thing that I bought was the Well of Ascension. This is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy, which I have the first one right here, and it was a bit dark and a bit gory when I read it, but contrary to what I would have expected, I actually was not really discouraged reading it. And it was a really good book with a really good ending, especially considering it to be the first in a trilogy. I thought I was going to be let down, but it was really good. And so I'm excited to read The Well of Ascension, but I'm also a little bit nervous because the last one was so gory and dark and it ended well, so I'm a bit reluctant to start, but I think that it's going to be really well worth it. And finally, I also bought Skyward. So yep, basically. So the thing with me and Barnes & Noble is I tend to buy about 1 book a month because they're about $15-ish, and my budget for book buying is $10. So I can pull some money over from a different budget item and buy about 1 book a month. But I didn't buy a book in January, which was good because as I was looking for some Westerfeld stuff for Mary, I actually ran into this. And so this is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, one of my favorite authors, and this is interesting because it's a science fiction about a girl named Spencer who wants to be a fighter pilot but can't really at this point because her father was a traitor. And I've heard a lot of good things about Skyward and the book that comes after it, Starsight, and I've been wanting to read it for a long time, and when I saw this book, and it's so beautiful and so exciting looking, and I've been wanting to read more science fiction, I'm just like, you know what, I have money, I'm going to get it. Alright, so chances are that I'm going to read Skyward first because I'm really excited about this, and this was an impulse buy, so I'm probably going to read this first, then I'll probably read The Well of Ascension. Probably. I'm a little bit scared, and when I'm scared I tend to put things off, but I will definitely get to this eventually, and after this, probably my priority is Zeros and then Afterworlds, because I'm kind of scared of Afterworlds, and kind of Zeros too, to be honest, but it's good to be brave. What about you, Mary?
I just finished Light from Distant Stars, and I'm still working on Specials, which comes right before Extras, but then I'm going to read Extras, and right after that, Imposters, and if my sister will let me, then Afterworlds and Zeros.
I may or may not have a habit of telling her not to read specific books because of certain content warnings. All right, guys, thank you for watching. My sister says that she has something to say to you.
Please like, subscribe, and share, and watch every single video that she's ever made. Thank you.
I guess she likes my videos. All right, thanks, guys.